Good day everyone, you are welcome to Excel Mathematicians. Today I'll be taking you on Excel reference. Excel reference is very key to your understanding and your success in Excel. So under this Excel reference, we'll be looking at what Excel workbook is, what Excel worksheet is, and what Excel reference is. We'll look at address of a cell, we'll look at reference style, we'll look at range, we'll look at reference of entire row and entire column, reference of entire rows and entire columns, cross-referencing, linking of cells in other book, circular reference in Excel, 3D reference, range name reference, relative, absolute, and mixed reference. How to toggle cell references among a relative, absolute, and mixed reference. Then how do we edit cell reference? Come along with me. So an Excel file is an Excel workbook. When you save an Excel file, what you have saved is called an Excel workbook, and we can liken this to what we call a notebook. So while Excel workbook is like a notebook, you have pages inside your notebook. What you have inside a notebook that we call pages can be likened to what we call Excel worksheet. So inside an Excel workbook, you have at least one Excel worksheet, meaning you have at least one page in your notebook. So you can say an Excel file is an Excel workbook, while an Excel workbook contains at least one worksheet. So an Excel worksheet can contain as many worksheets as the memory of your PC can handle. So you can have as many as 1 million worksheets if you have a very enormous memory. So you are not limited, but you are limited by your memory of your PC. A worksheet is made up of cells. So inside every worksheet, you have so many cells where you can store your data. So a cell, so if you say we have a cell, what do we call a cell? A cell is the intersection of a row and a column. So where a row meets another column is called a cell. So normally when you see rows are denoted by number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down, and columns are denoted by alphabet A, B, C, D, and on like that. Now how do we, if you look at your normal Excel nowadays, you will see that your Excel has up to XFD. What happens that when Excel gets to Z, A, B, C, and when it gets to Z, the next one after Z is AA. Get to AZ, the next one will be BA, and on until Excel gets to XFD. That's the number, that's the last column that you could have in Excel. Now, a worksheet, I've said, is made up of cells, and where your row intersects your column is called a cell. So how many rows do we have? How many rows do we have in an Excel worksheet? Before 2007, Excel has 65,536 rows and 256 columns. I try to deduce how this figure is arrived at so that you can remember. Now, because of the fact that system applications and programming understands binary number, so This figure is arrived at by raising 2 to the power of 16. So 2 raised by 16 will give you 65,536. And 2 raised by 8 will give you 256. So 256 is the number of columns, and 65,536 is the number of rows. Now, how many cells do we have before 2007? We have 16,777,216 cells, meaning that you can store information in these cells. However, from 2007 upward, the number of rows has increased from 65,000 to 1,048,576, and this is arrived at by raising 2 to the power of 20. So the same thing, columns in the new Excel version is 16,384, and this is arrived at by raising the raising of 2 to the power of 14, and you get 16,384. Now, the number of cells where you can store information now is 17,179,869,184 cells. So you can store information there as long as your memory of your PC can take. You can store information in over 17 billion cells. That is just one worksheet. So you have different worksheets. So in one, you can store as much as 17 billion. So 70 billion sets of data if you wish to do that. So let's look at what they call address of a cell. If I want to move to a cell, how do I get there? How do I get to the location where I store my data? Now, address of a cell, it is called the location of a cell in a worksheet, and it is noted by its position in both rows and columns. So if I want to give an address, so I would say I will give an address of a cell by referring to the position of its row and the position of its column. How do we do this? There are 2 styles we use in referring to the position of a cell, the address of a cell. There are 2 styles. One is A1 style. A1 style is the one that most of us are used to. If you look at this exam now, you see A, B, C continuously like that. You see 1, 2, 3 like that. So what it means that what you are seeing here, if I go to A row as 1, then I will be having what I could refer to as A1. So A1 is the location, is the address of where I painted yellow. So that is A1 style, and it is widely used. So when I want to add some together, I'll just say is equal to A1 plus A2. So the reference style is A1. We have another reference style which we call R1C1 style. This one employs both numbers 1, 2, 3 for rows and 1, 2, 3 for columns as well. And because of this, it is called R1C1 style. It's not difficult. What you need to do if you want to use it, you need to first of all go to the Excel option. When you go to the Excel option, you go to your formula, and you will see R1C1 reference. You click it and you say okay. So now how do we use it? If I want to revert to a position under this style, I need to know where I am and where I am going to. So if I move 2 steps backward, for example, I'm on row 33, I want to go to row 30. It means I need to move 3 steps backward. So I'll go there. If I want to move to another column, let's say column 6, it means I need to go 2 steps forward. So let's try what I'm trying to say here. So if I say is equal to, I type equality sign, equal to, and I want to move to 6. Let's see, rotating column 6. Let's see what will happen. You could see that Excel is telling me R minus 3, C plus 2. What is telling me that I move backward on the row. From the row I inserted my formula. I move 3 steps backward, then I move 2 steps forward on the column side. There's anything in this place, let's say I have 85, I have this figure, you see as referring to it, and that is how we normally state R1CI style. I hope this is clear. So this marks the end of our first lecture under Excel reference. Please stay tuned for part 2 of Excel reference. Thank you.